Lambda Zeta Omega chapter of Alpha, Kappa Alpha, Sorority Incorporated, I want to warmly welcome you to the 2025 Candidates Reform. We are truly honored by your presence and your commitment to be informed, engaged citizens. We extend our sincere gratitude to the Pilgrim Baptist Church and its leadership for graciously opening their doors and now allowing us to host this community event in such a welcoming space. Your continuous support of civic engagement is deeply appreciated. While we had originally hoped to secure the city's usual venue, we were met with unexpected challenges. I was informed incorrectly that the forum had never been held at the high school, even though many of you may recall that it was there 5 years ago. Additionally, we were asked to pay an unreasonable high fee, despite the fact that other organizations use this facility at no cost. This situation is a reminder that we must do better together. In a city small and close-knit as Lanett, it's essential that we come together, support one another, and make civic engagement accessible to all. Thank you for showing up tonight. Your presence proves that when the community cares, progress is possible. At this time, I would like to call on the pastor of this wonderful church, Dr. Frederick James, to lead us in prayer.
Thank you, Sister Thornton. This pilgrim, it is an honor for Pilgrim to be able to host this event in spite of the difficulties that were mentioned. We pride ourselves on being a servant church, reflecting Christ to the community. We see this as a community event. And as you participate in civic engagement, we're glad that you're at Pilgrim. Because as you participate in civic engagement, this is a church. And so it's going to be civic and Christian. Civic and Christian engagement. So I just want to remind you all, we are at church, and with the political climate of our nation, we are at church. Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Lord, for this event, this time for civic engagement for the community to become informed, for each and every one of the candidates, Lord, to express their views, their platform. I pray, Lord, today that the power of the Holy Spirit would be in this place. I pray today that this would be the beginning, Father God, just Lanett moving higher and greater, Lord. I pray now that you would bless our moderator. Bless, Lord, Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority Incorporated. Bless, Lord, everything involved in this event. That ultimately, Father, your name would be glorified, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. I want to just remind everyone that we are being live streamed on Facebook. And again, just thank you and great evening to the Lanett community, to all of our candidates, great evening. We have a very tight schedule to ensure that we are respectful, give everybody an opportunity. It won't be a long opportunity, but as candidates, you should be able to succinctly just let the community know where you stand. So we have kind of an outline where we will start with the city council candidates and move into the school board candidates, and we will wrap the evening up with the mayoral candidates. So the format that we'll do, we have questions that have been vetted by the appropriate parties in the community, and we will start with a 1-minute intro of each candidate, so 1 minute, and we will be using a timer as it becomes necessary. If it becomes necessary, hope it doesn't become necessary to hit the stop button on the timer. And then as we move along, we have the questions that we will ask each candidate, and then you'll have another minute to respond to those questions respectively, and then we'll close it out with your closing statement to the community. So we'll go through the questions that's been vetted, and then we have additional questions as time permits from the community that we'll get to. So we will try to do it all in about 2.5 hours, so we're going to keep it moving. At this point, we will start with the candidate intros for City Council. Oh, okay. You want to do this? Okay. All right. Okay. Rules of engagement, right? Thank you. All right. So political forum rules. First and foremost, this is a bipartisan forum. Period. No questions. Bipartisan. We are, as an organization, are hosting the event, but it is a totally bipartisan event. So just be reminded, bipartisan. So as far as the rules for the candidates, time limits will be strictly enforced. Each candidate will have a 7-hour time to speak. We've already given you that time frame. Timekeepers will signal when your time is almost up, and Sherry will be the timekeeper. Please respect limits so that everyone has a fair opportunity. And we will provide equal treatment. All candidates will receive the same questions and the same amount of time to respond. Please stay on topic to the question that is asked and refrain, again, as the pastor kind of laid the foundation for personal attacks or off-topic remarks. So we will get started with the city council candidates. Old school here with the paper. Okay. Roderick Altry.
Good evening, everyone.
1 minute to introduce yourself.
My name is Roderick Altry. I'm from Lanett, Alabama, right on the street, actually, born and raised on Cherry Drive. Actually, a member of the church that we're currently sitting in now. Sunday school teacher here, proud Sunday school teacher here. Graduated from Lanett High, recently graduated from Troy University. Continuing my education at Troy University, pursue my master's degree in public administration, so I can really understand how systems work and hopefully apply it to the city. I have a servant attitude. I'm just ready to work, get elected, and that's pretty much it. I'm just ready to work and give it a chance. But again, I'm from Lanett. My name is Roderick Altry. I'm 37 years old, proud father of one, and I'm ready to work and serve if elected.
If you finish within less than a minute and you said what you have to say, you don't have to filibuster with this. Sherry Potts.
Okay, well, I'm Sherry Potts. I'm a lifelong resident of Lanett, having lived in the West Palm community for 46 years. I'm a graduate of Lanett High School. I have a daughter who graduated Lanett High School. I'm also a proud graduate of Auburn University War Eagle. I graduated in political science with a concentration in public administration. I have always been interested in law and city government, not just city government, but government. And so after 49 years, I returned to Auburn University to pursue my degree that I started back in 1970. My plans for the city of Lanett are to bring the people together so that we are a city of one. We won't have divisions. We may have districts, but we won't have divisions. And I plan to pull all those things together and work with everyone, especially the mayor council, if elected, to bring unity to the city. I am the voice of the people.
Ms. Woody, our sponsor here just handed me the intro. So she was going to do an intro. I am not an elected official, but I am Kimberly Marshall, the president of the local chapter here in Lanett of Kappa Sorority Incorporated. And I serve as a life member and a Silver Star who's led numerous community events and initiatives. Professionally, I'm 37 and a half year employee of the Federal Government Department of Defense, and I serve as a senior contracting official responsible for oversight for 25 districts across the country, including Europe, Puerto Rico, and the Caribbean. In the spare time, I like many of you enjoy spending time with my family, traveling, reading, and relaxing. So I serve as your moderator today. Thank you for your attention. Candidates, they're asking if you would stand so that they can see you as you speak. And Teresa Woody is the next candidate.
Hello, can you guys hear me? My name is Teresa Booker Woody. I am the daughter of Gus and Cora Williams Booker. I am married to Michael Woody. I'm a mother of 4. I have 3 bonus children, and I have a host of great-grands. I mean, not great-grands, I'm not that old. I have a host of grandchildren, and they all call me Gigi. I am, I'm a proud member of the Kappa Sorority Incorporated. I'm also a proud member of the Mount Hermon Baptist Church with Pastor Freeman. And then also, I'm a proud co-owner of 2 businesses, Booker 351 Sauce and House Place, which is a local event center in the area. I hold 2 degrees. I have my bachelor's in business administration, which I can run a corporation, and I have my MBA.
Your class in color.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. McCullough. I'm originally from Valley, Alabama. Currently live in Lanett. I'm married to Erica Greenwood McCullough. We run 2 small businesses, Auto Squad 334 and South Flash Solutions. I obtained my bachelor's from Post University and currently pursuing my master's in business from Emory University in Atlanta. I'm a retired Army member. Looking forward to getting elected to help move Lanett forward, work with the council and mayor as one, and make Lanett as great as the surrounding city.
So I hope Christina's story has a representative that will speak.
Good afternoon, I'm Miracle Williams, and I am the campaign manager for Christina Story. Unfortunately, Ms. Story could not be here today due to a planned vacation, but it is my privilege and my honor to stand in on her behalf. Christina Story is a resident of Lanett. She was born and raised here. She lives in the heart of West Charlotte at 1629 21st Street, Southwest Lanett, Alabama. Christina is not just a candidate, but she is your neighbor. She is the neighbor who helps provide food to some of her neighbors because it has a food disparity. She is the neighbor who provides transportation to some of her neighbors to doctor's appointments because she realizes the importance of bridging the bridge in healthcare disparity. She is the neighbor who has mentored to young men and women to change the trajectory of their lives. So Christina is not just starting this work. This is a continuation of her work.
Okay, Ronnie Tucker.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ronnie Tucker. I've been living here in Lanett for 25 years. I'm married to Michelle Tucker. Michelle Tucker Rams, to put it that way. What I want to say is that being a candidate for District 3, you have to know the people. I feel like I know the people. They call me the call man because when people call me, I get it done, and that's just the way I am. If you know me, you know I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, and you all will have me in District 3 again, which I took the place of Charles Lucia for the last 3 years. The last 3 years he got sick. But if you have me for your district, council for your district, I'll be glad to serve you. And, once again, I'd just like to say that my wife, Michelle Tucker, she's not able to be here because of a sickness she's been dealing with. But,
Brad Lynn.
Good afternoon. My name is Brad Lynn. I'm running for District 3 City Council. We have been lived in Lanett for Wednesday night for 29 years now. And a lot of people ask me, why do you decide to run for City Council? A lot of my community work has been at the state and national level with the Civil Air Patrol. I did do Little League, of course, and Boy Scouts here, but this gives me an opportunity to serve the hometown and serve us for 29 years. I'm looking forward to working with the city council, with the mayor, all the fellow council members. My approach to this job will be a teamwork type approach, to work with everybody, and I want to represent everyone in District 3 and all the members and people of the city of Lanett. Thank you very much.
Kenneth Smith.
Hello there, my name is Kenneth Smith. What we going on about, I could go on about a couple of accolades, but I'm going to say, like I heard previously, I know the people. I'm pretty sure I really know the people, many of the people that do feel like, as I hear about, they do not have a voice. I want to be that voice for them, because I hear it a lot before I even thought about doing any of this. The campaign before the campaign, like I like to call it. But the people here, and very great people. Originally I'm from South Florida. I've been living here close to 20 years now, though. So the people here in Lanett, like I say, like I tell my wife all the time, I have a vested interest here. The people, my child attends here. I'm part of the school system. I'm a part-time substitute teacher here. So I know a lot of your kids, a lot of your grandchildren. And I hear from them all the way up to the older people. That's it. I'm Kenneth Smith. The remainder of my time.
Charles Bagley.
Hello, my name is Charles Brandon Bagley, and I am your candidate for District 4 City Council. I've served the community in a capacity as far as related to the Planning Commission, which I've been part of for the last 5 years. So I'm here constantly serving in the community already. Part of the Restoration Committee as well. We do some things there. But as I'm out moving around in the city, I see there's some need for some things to happen. So part of my platform and my agenda is to develop some new infrastructure in the residential, commercial, and industrial standpoint, focusing on developing some green spaces for our communities to enjoy, as well as cleaning up our city in as far as related to crime and things like that, police enforcement. So hopefully we can develop some safer communities as well for those initiatives. Again, I'm a lifelong resident of Lanett. I don't want to talk about nothing personal about me, but this is who I am. This is what I do. Glad to be here. And I am your candidate for District 4 City Council.
Angelia Thomas.
Okay, so do y'all mind if I sit down? Can y'all hear me? Okay, so my name is Angela Thomas, and I am the District 4 council person for Lanett. I've been your council person for 9 years. In my 9 years, I think I have missed less than 5 meetings, so I've been consistent. If you call me, I answer the phone. I am married to Terrence Thomas, and we have 3 children, Terrence, Martavius, and Devontae. And they both all 3 went to Lanett High School and Springwood School. I am the owner and the broker of at-home professional real estate services. And also, I'd like to say, with being a real estate agent in the area, that's what I see. To get economic development in our area, people have to move here first, and it has to look clean. So one of those things that I'm always talking about, I'm talking about the cleanliness of the city of Lanett. I'm talking about our ordinances and everything. So as your council person, I would love to be here another 4 years to serve you in the capacity that I'm in. Thank you.
My name is Tony Moffitt. I'm right here from Creole Hill, Lanett, Alabama. I'm a member of this church, also attending Greenwood Baptist Church. My mission is to help economic growth, community involvement, and bring back effective and productive government. I'm a graduate of Tuskegee University. I majored in sociology with a minor in biology. I've worked for different programs in Atlanta, managed training corporations, where I work with the youth in this poverty-stricken area of Atlanta. I'm also a grant writer. I wrote grants for them, and I started programs in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. So if considered for District 5, I promise to work hard and be a great asset to this community. Thank you.
Kim Roberts.
Hello, my friends. I'm Kim Roberts, and I'm running for District 5 for the City Council of Lanett, Alabama. I was born and raised here. I'm a true Lanett Panther girl. I've been in our community for over 15 years with the Fuller Center. We've built over 20 homes in Lanett and partnered with Pilgrim Baptist Church, Mount Hermon, several of our churches to get things done. I see the need for the housing and the cleaning up of our city. It is a must at this point for the city of Lanett. I have enjoyed working with the Fuller Center. I did retire, so now I have time to invest in the needs of District 5. One of my greatest accomplishments was when we went to Beauregard during the disaster. We was able to build 20 homes in 7 months, and 11 of those homes was built in 1 week. And I organized with 500 volunteers. I know how to get the job done. Let's put our gloves on and let's fight.
Thank you. We will move right into the questions, and I will start to my right, Mr. Roderick Autry. First question, what political experience do you bring to the table, and how will you work with others?
Well, I'm a newcomer to politics. I'm a hard-working person. Held various management jobs and management positions that I feel like have strengthened me and enabled me to do the job. So, like I said, if elected, I'm bringing a servant attitude and a workforce attitude. Again, I'll be new. I'll have to find my way, but once that is done, I'll be more than happy to get started and get the job done in a positive and effective manner.
Same question.
Politically, I don't have experience. However, I'm a retired employee of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, where I was a job license examiner. So I made a lot of contact with people. I serve young people well. I'm president of the Lanett High School Athletics Club. I haven't done politics in the past. However, I have always been the person that people come to when they have questions about law and politics. I'm very interested in it, and like I said before, I went to school back in 1973 at Lanett University to get a degree in public administration. It wasn't what I wanted at the time, so I dropped out and went to work, and life happened. And then in 2003, I went back to Lanett University. I graduated with my degree in public administration, with my degree in political science with a concentration in public administration. And therefore I know that I know how to organize the city, how to get the job done, how to work with my constituents to get the job done.
Well, I have no political experience, but however, I have worked for corporate organizations. I've covered $269 million at Boeing for estimating and pricing and accounting. I have delivered $700 million in global savings for Chevron. I have managed departments and organizations around the world, and I am able to look at your processes, find the root causes, and get down to what is needed. What I see that is needed here in Lanett, Alabama is that we need to come together as a community. We need to clean up our spaces, but we also definitely need to make sure that we are managing our funds. I'm the person to do that. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm sorry. Good evening. As far as blood, this is the first chance I've had to run for political office. However, I did work at Air Force assignment where I was with the legislative affairs and liaison in the Air Force. And also as a young man, I was a page in the Alabama House of Representatives. So I've been around this a while. In the Air Force, I've been able to run large organizations and manage large organizations with lots of people from different backgrounds all over the world, both in the Air Force and my job at United Airlines. And so I know how to work with people, how to get things accomplished. And as far as dealt with large budgets in the Air Force as a commander, I had to manage large budgets and take care of business there. So thank you very much for your support and for letting me out as best I can to represent you.
So just a reminder to our candidates, it would behoove you to say your name for the folks in the back. And we had Roger Autry, Sherry Potts, and Teresa Woody that just spoke. Okay.
I'm Jarvis McCullough, candidate District 3. So I don't have any formal political experience, but I do have some military leadership experience. And leadership is leadership regardless of its military or civilian. Leadership is nothing more than caring about people. So I care about people, and I manage large budgets, and I know that the military leadership do translate to the civilian world. After retirement, I went on to work for Home Depot and manage people. And again, leadership is nothing more than caring about people. So I just want to work with people, show them that we genuinely care, and again, get Lanett back to what it once was.
Hello, my name is Ronnie Tucker. I do have a little political experience. I've been District 3 candidate for 3 years. And once again, I just like to say that District 3, if anybody in from District 3, they know if they call, I will be there. District 3 doesn't have too much going on because we try to stay on top of things. We're working on one issue right now that we've been working on for a while, but sooner or later we're going to take care of that. Politics-wise, I did work on a mayor member closely, Oscar Collins. Some of y'all might know him. I did work on him for about 12 years, so I know the ins and outs of how this thing is supposed to work. And also, I was the recreation director for 25 years. So I know about youth programs, what they need and what they don't need, and who they want to talk to and who they don't want to talk to. So I'm telling you right now, they don't want to talk to us. So you need to find somebody young that they can relate to. That's the only way you're going to reach you. I guess my time is up.
My name is Charles Brandon Bailey. I'm a candidate for District 4. I do have some political experience. I've been a member of the Alabama State Democratic Executive Committee for the past 7 years. Again, I've also worked directly with the Planning Commission. I'm a permanent fixture at City Council meetings, so I see the engagement that it takes and the work that it takes in order to get that job done effectively. I have a strong desire to work with people. I am a human resource professional. I've been doing that for about 10 years, so I understand how it is to work with people in some difficult and trying situations. So I'm committed to doing exactly what it takes to get the job done from a professional standpoint. So thank you.
Hello, again, I am Kenneth Smith. I don't have really many official, quote-unquote, political experience, but as we do say, I do politics. I do politics. The people, I know the people, and to bring this community together, you're really going to have to know the people. You have to pull on this string and pull on this string. This string might feel a little tough. This one might be a little easier, but we got it tied together. I can go on and on about this I did or this or what I have done, but the people, kind of like Mr. Tucker just said, they don't want to hear it. How are you going to get this fixed for me? That's what they want to know. How is the next going to get better? That's what everyone wants to know. I hear it all the time. And if you can't hear the people, you can't speak for them. Otherwise, you're just speaking for yourself. You got to hear the people to talk for the people. Thank you. And again, what I did not say last time, I'm running for District 4 as well. Thank you.
And the timer is stuck on 1 second.
I am Angela Thomas, and I am the incumbent for District 4 City Council in Lanett. I have been on the council for 9 years, and in my 9 years, I know we're in the church, I got cussed out a couple times. Because people want to know, well, what you going to do about this dilapidated house? What are you going to do about this road? These chickens are running. So I've had phone calls, and I answer my phone. And when I answer the calls for the people, I try to get it done. If it's not done, it wasn't because I didn't try, but I'm trying to get those issues taken care of. Again, in 9 years, I'm consistent. You can call me. Since I own a company, I own a real estate company, and I deal with people all the time when it comes down to rentals, so I deal with problems. So if you call me, again, I will try to fix those issues. If I can't get it fixed at that time, I'll definitely be working on that. But that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I do every month. That got me confused.
We're having some malfunctions. We'll try it again.
There's 20 more she sent out. Do you have a phone with a timer that we can assist with, please? So that we can keep it moving. So you will see the time.
You'll hear me when that goes off, I'm gonna ring the bell. I have the glove on.
If possible, if you could just kind of raise your hand when you have 30 seconds left, so that the candidate will have.
Ms. Morris will raise her hand.
Okay. Let's go with Brenda. Okay, your name, Tim, sir?
My name is Tony Moffett, Lanett City Council District 5. Angela Thomas beat me, 2016. John Motley beat me, but I'm back. Sign, seal, and do it. I'm yours, Lanett. I'm ready to run and be the best leader for the growing Lanett. My mission is to, first of all, get the youth more involved. I see youth on the street doing nothing. I remember back in the days when I grew up right here, we had midnight basketball. Get them off the street. I didn't get with law enforcement, buy gun programs, work as a team and network with the whole community, bring the community back together where we can live a great, prosperous life. Thank you.
I'm Kim Roberts. I'm running for District 5 for Lanett City Council, and I'm definitely not a politician. But maybe it's time that we get people that really love Lanett and that will do what needs to be done. My goal is, with my experience, is to work on housing, to help our elderly, to help our single moms, as we've done for the past 15 years. Our housing area is in dear need of things that we can do to make a better city. Let's clean our city up. Let's make it a friendly city for families to want to come to Lanett. They want to be a part of Lanett. We have to love our city like we've never loved it before. And I can remember the good days, and I think we are ready to head back to the great city of Lanett, and that's what we are. Thank you.
Okay, we have the representative for Ms. Christina Story.
gonna attempt to try to keep the clock.
Okay. Are you prepared to respond to that question, or should we?
Keep moving, I want to
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay. Let me know if you all are ready. We'll move to the second question. So same room, 1 minute. What do you think the top 3 issues of voters in your district? How will you go about addressing them?
My name is Roger Gartry. I'm a candidate for District 1. Top 3 issues out here are safety. We do have a neighborhood watch, so I would like to get with them and help strengthen that program and help make it a more collaborative effort through the city. So we can alleviate those concerns of safety. Of course, people talk about the infrastructure. The city is working on the infrastructure, so I would like to get with them and be more transparent with that so the residents will know, so they won't have certain questions and alleviate those issues. And thirdly, the youth. We do need to get programs for the youth to do, whether that's with the recreation department or their STEM programs or things with the school, connection with them and the police. There's a lot of things that we can do for the youth. So my main focus again is infrastructure, youth, and safety for the most part. Thank you.
I'm Sherry Potts, and my primary concern for District 2 deals with exclusion. I'm looking for unity and inclusion and equity for the citizens of District 2. Where I live, we are left out of so many things. And we've been told, some of our residents have been told, well, you all don't produce enough money. Well, you know what? We're like the people who got adopted, and because they thought we had a trust fund and they got us and found out we didn't have it, then they decided they wouldn't support us. You know, you think about a child being adopted, and when the child is in foster care, they get adopted, and then they're told, oh, we have a trust fund for about $10 million. And then we get the child and find out the child never died. So, you know, we stop being taken care of. I want it to be so that the people of my district feel like we are a part of the city of Lanett. That there can be no division. Because if you're a Lanett, it's Lanett. I don't care what district it is.
Hi, my name is Teresa Booker-Woody. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Teresa Booker-Woody, and I've been talking with a number of our constituents in our area. We actually have 7 top things that we have, but I'm gonna boil it down to 3. The aging housing in our area, the infrastructure is pretty bad, and then we don't, and then there's public safety, and I'm gonna throw in also the children, which I think is a common theme across the board. I plan on working with the community. I had a housing plan proposal to get the job done with that, to kind of get started with that. I also have a plan to work with the different housing, the different churches in the area, so that we can work with those churches to plan after school, some after school programs. So lots of things that I've already planned, but I will say again, the aging housing.
There are a few seats up throughout it. Folks that are standing on the wall.
Hello, once again, I'm Brad Lynn, running for District 3 City Council. First and foremost, responsibility of government is the safety and protection of their citizens. Everyone wants to live in a safe place. And so I think that having a strong fire department, strong police department is critical to the safety of our citizens. And the second priority, I think, is prosperity of our citizens, which is bringing more business into Lanett. We got Tractor Supply, and I hope that that's just the beginning. To bring some of the businesses so that everybody can benefit from the tax base that these companies bring into Lanett and to help our city there. And then the third, of course, is our youth. I spent my lifetime working with youth in the Boy Scouts and the Sorority Code. I'd like to see a lot of these type of programs for our youth be developed more in the city of Lanett. I know the Valley has a junior ROTC program, and I'd like to see Lanett do
Start with a couple of District 3. Top 3 concerns I get is people complain about the utility bills, secondly, paved roads, and third, the admission. So I would say as far as the utility bills, I think it goes on the city and the resident as well. I want to plan to help see what we can do to update the infrastructure, the power grid, and Lanett to get better utility rates, and also as a homeowner, we have to take the necessary steps too, and ask ourselves, is our home as efficient as it should be? Do we have cracks to work around the windowsills, so, heat and air in and out, so, those are the things that drive up the utility bill as well. And the roads, people want more road pay, but people also have to understand that the city is busy, so, you have to pay your bills and you have to pay them on time for the city to generate revenue to be able to get more road pay. And the at-risk youth, try to implement some things to help people. Thank you.
What do you think are the top 3 issues of voters in your district? How will you go about addressing them?
In my district. Y'all who don't know, Lanett High School does have ROTC. I know you know that, just in case y'all didn't know that. But the number one thing will be safety. And I'll address that by, I met with a couple people who had informed the neighborhood watch. So that's one thing, safety, everybody talking about safety out there. But the doorbell rings and everybody got cameras and stuff like that, I think we're more secure than we ever been. And our police department, and we've got a strong, like I said, strong fire department. We don't have to worry. My house is broken into, so I know that helping feeling that you get when that does happen. Number 2 is better roads. I know y'all are tired of seeing the paved roads, then we get them back up, then we pave them again. So what we want to do, we're going to try to get a grant or something that we need to start replacing our pipe. But that is what's going on. And number 3 thing in my district is house parties. People are having house parties and all kinds of things. Use the horn.
My name is Charles Davis. The top 3 things that citizens complain about in our district. Number 1 is safety. There's a lot of dilapidated houses, which ties back into some other things that other candidates have spoken about. As far as housing, I think there's definitely needs to improve that. Some dilapidated housing that needs to be torn down out there. There are 2 houses that have been torn down in District 4 already. The number 2 thing is infrastructure. There again, paved roads, things like that. Definitely needs some infrastructure upgrades to ensure that we pave those roads and leave them paved and not tear back up every 3 or 4 months when there's another leak that shows up. And the third thing is working with youth as well. I think everybody's spoken about the youth. I think there's a high priority for youth to be engaged in our communities, ensure that they're safe as well, and they're doing something formative. So the ROTC program is great. I think there are other avenues as well as the recreation department. We can partner with them as well to get some things going throughout the seasons and throughout the year to keep them engaged and off the streets.
Ms. Smith, went to District 3 again. 4, I'm sorry. 4. Got it. Okay. Those, basically the same thing that everybody else is talking about. I've been hearing this since I moved here about those light bills. I've been hearing that all the time. But, it's that kind of stuff, you got to get a proper knowledge of what's going on with the bills. And it could be a little on the residents' part. Our school system here is failing me. I know that firsthand, we have to get the kids involved in what's going on. But the main thing that we have to say, I want to say for the third thing is the mentality. We have to change the mentality here. We seem to be down on ourselves. While we're talking all this talk, we gotta get this business in here, we gotta get this person over here, we gotta get our own mentality together. We're looking for businesses to come.
I am Angela Thomas, Councilwoman District 4, Lanett, and a couple of things that my district is concerned about, and one of those things is about the ordinances, where the houses and the dilapidated houses, farm animals and dogs and cats running all through our area, and also safety. I've been working with our code enforcer, talking about updating our codes because our codes are outdated, and they're using language that we don't use as of today. Again, we have torn down a couple of houses that previously we could not tear down because the ordinances were old. So now those things have been updated, and we're looking to tear down some more homes. So that's what we're looking in our district. And of course, again, looking at trying to find some kind of plan so that we can get all these wild animals from running the streets, because we have had an attack that happened in LaGrange, and we don't want to have that happen here in Lanett again.
Tony Moffitt, District 5, coming alive. Piggly Wiggly left. So we gotta do some more business here. So that's the main concern, bring business back to the city of Lanett. And the next concern definitely is roads. They find me on my street, they start paving right here where I live in District 5. They made that, they had the phase going, they finally made it. Thank you, Ms. Shirley Motley, on that. City Council. Okay, the next, at youth risk, we must interact with them some type of way, find a way to engage with them, because these guns, this violence, my idea when I come in is to start a committee where we can work with them to stop all this gun violence. Thank you.
I heard they mention JROTC several times. The early 2000s, I led the charge to save that program at Lanett High School. So I'm very honored to know it to still be there. Children, housing, and cleaning up our city. Children, the Fuller Center has been able to bless them with back to school supplies, Easter supplies, dress them up by Halloween, and I've even had a chance to meet with Trent, our recreation department, and say, Trent, what could we do to help you? Because this is what it's going to take, is meeting with the people who's responsible to find out if they have everything they need to meet the needs of our children. Housing, I've applied for many, many grants to winterize homes. We need to look at helping put new windows in, insulation in, new doors, to lower your utility bills. These are the ways we make the changes. Cleaning up our city. I've done many, many greater blocks of blessings.
Thank you to all of our candidates. So we'll now move quickly to bring up the school board candidates.
Okay, so there, if you want, these rolls, this roll up there.
Okay, same rule for our candidates, conduct will be enforced. Equal treatment for each candidate, and we stay on topic. So, same as before, you will have 1 minute for your intro, and then we will move to the questions after intro, which will also be 1 minute to respond.
Ms. Wendy Brooks. I am Gwen Harris Brooks, your District 1 School Board member, where I also serve as president. I'm a proud graduate of the Alabama State University. I have a daughter, a graduate of Lanett City Schools, and also Jacksonville State University. Now retired as a federal probation officer. I have 2 grandchildren. One recently graduated from Georgia State University. Grandson playing football at Carson Newman University in Rossboro, Tennessee. I'm about educating students. I have served Lanett City School on the local, state, and national level. I have served as the District 4 Director, 2 consecutive terms, went on to serve as Vice President and President of the Alabama Association of School Boards in Montgomery, Alabama. I was recently awarded the All-State School Board member in December 2024. This is the highest honor a school board member can achieve as a member of their leadership ability.
Stand up. I want you to stand up.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, my name is Myron Sears. I'm a native of the West Shawna community. I'm a very, very recent retiree in the public school system with 31 years as a classroom teacher. I am asking for your vote for District 2 School Board on Lanett City School. My mantra is, and it's kind of strange right now because I'm being trained and I'm running for my position. I've been on the school board only 7 months, and I took the place of the late Mrs. Katie Walton. But my platform is learning my job as governor, because that's what we do as a school board, and also what we do should lead back to teaching and student achievement. Thank you very much.
Shamia Lancaster.
Shamaya.
Shamaya, thank you.
Hi, I'm Shamaya Lancaster Morgan, and I'm running for District 2 for Lanett City School Board. And I am happily married for 15 years to a wonderful husband. I have 2 bonus children, and I'm running on being a catalyst for change. Because in order to see something new, you gotta be something new. And in order to have that change, you gotta have that spark. And we gotta have that spark because our youth is what's here. And you have to be in their lives and know what they need and what has to happen for them to keep Lanett the way we want Lanett to be. And that's me.
Hello everyone, my name is Leilani Rudd and I am your candidate for District 3 School Board. I am a native of Lanett, Alabama. I graduated from Lanett High School in 1999. Both my children did as well. They definitely would tell you that I know what it takes and they would to produce a student, of course, that is focused on education. My daughter was number 3 in her class, and my son was a 2024 valedictorian at Lanett High School. I am a current educator, so I'm on the front lines of education day in and day out. so I get to see everything. And I have been in the realm of education on every platform, from elementary to high school, and also Southern Union State Community College, where I was an adjunct professor there as well. For me, my goal and my platform, I want to empower teachers. I want to inspire students, and I want to make sure that Lanett City Schools is a launch pad for lifelong success, not just immediate success in the moment. Thank you.
All right.
Hello, my name is Johnny Wood, and I'm the current school board representative for District 3. I took Mr. Edmondson's position when appointed by the current school board with his untimely passing. In that time, I've learned what it is to be a school board member. I've been doing some training, went to all the workshops, and I think I've got what it takes to represent the district well. Just to tell you a bit about myself, I'm married to Carrie Wood, the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce, and have 2 children and 1 grandchild. I am currently retired from the police department. I was with Lanett Police Department for over 25 years, with 30 years of service. I then come back and join Lanett as recovery enforcement officer, and I've been serving that capacity for the past 3 years. And I'll get into more about what we want to do on the school board.
Well, hello everyone. A lot of you guys may know me by Ryan Seymour. I am a citizen here in Lanett. I graduated from Lanett High School in 2004, moved here from North Carolina back in 1998. I have 2 kids, a 17-year-old and an 8-year-old. I am very active in my kids' life. For as the PTSA board, I'm the president on the PTS board, because I technically truly believe that kids are our future. Technically, you have to get your hands dirty. You just can't sit back and just look. You got to get out there in the community to technically know what the kids need and what's going on. So with my endeavors here on the Board of Education, I attempt to technically to get my hands dirty. I'm not going to sit back. I'm going to get out in the community to see what's going on and technically help the kids out in the community.
Hello, friends. My name is Gail Holly, and I am your District 5 school board member. I serve as vice president. I have been on the board for 21 years. I have lived here all my life. I grew up the hill on Jackson Hill across the street from the water tank. So many of you I have known all my life. I married in Holly right out of high school. I went to Southern Union State. It was junior college back then. I had 2 children. I had Chris and Lindsay. Chris went to Temple Christian School and works for the city of Lanett, and he loved his job. My daughter Lindsay graduated from Lanett High School, class of 2002, and she works for the Chattahoochee Credit Union. I have an older granddaughter that graduated from Lanett in 2015. So as you can see, we are a Panther family. I am here for the students of this school. I worked for Southern Union College for 25 years, retired in 2021, so I'm all about education. I know what it takes if I work in the library. Thank you.
I'm David Gagnon, running for candidate for District 4, and I didn't grow up here, but my wife did, my children did, but I've been here for 47 years, so that's quite a while. So I've gotten to know a lot of people here. I know most of you out there. My father-in-law was the director of recreation. My mother-in-law had the Adcock stores. My boys all graduated from that. One was at City Victoria 1 year. He's now a pastor in Boston. I myself, I worked at West Point Pepperell Engineering. I was an electrical engineer there and worked there for many years. And during the layoffs of '89, they asked the group I was in not to leave, and we started a company and bought an engineering building and continued doing electrical work for them for around 16 years. And that was short-lived.
Okay, now we will move into the questions for the school board candidates, and we'll start on the end for the first question. How do you plan to represent the interests of the community when key leadership like the superintendent is not directly chosen by the people?
Okay, I'm trying to get my mic. What was your question again?
How do you plan to represent the interests of the community when key leadership like the superintendent is not directly chosen by the people?
That is a problem that Alabama is discussing now. They are leaning more toward elected superintendent, superintendents that are hired by the board instead of by the community, because the community don't really know a lot about the procedures or policy of school board. If you go with an elected superintendent, then anybody that's not in education or don't have an education background could apply for the job and possibly get it if they are voted and popular by the people. But if the superintendent is elected by the board at hand, then they'll have more knowledge about what that person is about.
Would you read the question?
How do you plan to represent the interests of the community when key leadership like the superintendent is not directly chosen by the people?
Okay, my representation will be done in order, in line with the board, the AASB, Alabama Association of School Boards. That board shows us how we should respond and answer to any problem if it's a problem. If we follow that leadership, we are able to meet any challenge that's going on, whether your superintendent is elected or your superintendent is voted in by the community. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shamaya, and I'm running for District 2. And for me, it's simple. You gotta connect and collaborate. It doesn't matter if they're voted by the people or by the school board's job, still has to get done. So if they have that goal in mind, that we have to collaborate with the people, with the teachers, with the parents, with the kids, it all has to come full circle either way around. So as long as we collaborate and make sure everybody knows what's going on and keep complete transparency. Because they have to know what's happening, what's going on, and why it's happening. So if they understand that, then it can easily be passed on and it can work. But we first have to make it work.
So, I feel like I would definitely be a good representative because holding a seat on the board, you have to make sure that you are governed by the rules and the laws set forth by the State Board of Education, of course. So if we are adhering to that, we also need to listen to our community. So whether that's hosting community nights, getting input from the parents, because their children are the ones that are in the school. So we need to listen to them as well. The board is supposed to be a bridge between the school system and the community. So that would be my task, of course. Listening to the community and taking that back to my counterparts and adhering to all the laws and the rules and regulations that are set forth by the State Department. Thank you.
Hi, Johnny Wood, District 3. I wanted to answer your question. In essence, the superintendent is elected. They're elected by the board in representation of the board. We have to maintain a constant back and forth with our district so we know what our district wants for representation. Having those conversations will lead you to knowledge on how to appoint the superintendent. One thing that is a bonus to having an appointed superintendent by the board is if that superintendent is elected, you're stuck with that individual regardless of what their policies are for the length of the term. Whereas if they're appointed by the board is able to evaluate that superintendent on a monthly basis as to whether those goals are being met, and the superintendent can be removed by our board.
How do you plan to represent the interests of the community when key leadership like the superintendent is not directly chosen by the people?
To me personally, unorthodox, but me personally, the system should over who get elected, because technically the person that who's over the school board, they are the ones that, make decisions or whatever, but I think the community needs to have their input on it. So basically, like I said, I think they should have input on it, because at the end of the day, like, we all be on different pages, but we all need to come together to have the same outlook of what the community needs, what the kids need, the school district, trying to make the school better. That's all I have to say.
I'm Gail Holly, and I'm your District 5 representative. I think we have the best superintendent that we could possibly get. And as I've said before, I want to be your voice on the school board. I listen to what people say in my district, and I take everything to heart, and I go to Ms. Boyd and I talk to her about all this stuff. And I tell her, this is what I've heard when I've been out campaigning. That people want this, they want this, or they want that, and she'll give me an answer. And I'll go back and say, hey, because one of the things I've heard was about uniforms. And I think it's too late, close to the school year, to do anything about that. But I have taken all your concerns that people have told me as I've been out campaigning. I have talked to Ms. Boyd. She listens very carefully. She doesn't just make a rash decision. She decides prayerfully over what she's going to do, and the board all talks about this. And this is something we need to know, because, when you get an elected superintendent, when Harris is right, you can get just anybody. Maybe they really don't care about the school system. Thank you.
Dave Gagnon, District 4. One reality check here is that the superintendent can only bring things to us. We can't bring anything to the board itself. So she's in charge. So we elect the superintendent, but we can do away with the superintendent. So behind the scenes, I discuss things with the superintendent, I discuss things with others, but in the end, the superintendent can bring anything to the board that she wants to, but we can vote it down. One of the cases, when Dr. Lee was here, she was trying to do away with the junior ROTC, and we sort of had two going one way and two going the other, and I was a swing vote. So behind the scenes, I'm talking to Dr. Lee, and I say, whichever way I'm going, you're gonna feel it. So we kept the junior ROTC with a lot of people there to hear what was going on. So that's how it all works.
So Mr. Gagnon, I'm going to start with you for question number 2, since you're standing. Our district continues to lose high-quality teachers year after year. What specific strategies would you implement to improve teacher retention and morale?
Well, teacher retention is a trouble for every school. It's just not us. So for some teachers, it's a revolving door of trying to find out what school system do they like the most. And for us, we've lost some that have just retired, so that's when we've lost that. And we're getting good teachers that don't have degrees, but they're taking the practices and trying to get certified so they can teach. So this board and her staff are hunting for the best staff they can get. And this is all for benefiting the kids.
I do think Ms. Boyd and her staff, they go after the best teachers, they really do. Some of the people that come from that, they're fresh out of high school, they're fresh out of college, they're just looking for their first job. Sometimes they come to Lanett and they get started, and then on down the road they realize, well, hey, I could go somewhere else and make a little bit more money. I think we need to take all that into consideration. And we also need to take into consideration a lot of the teachers that we get, maybe they don't necessarily live here, they live in Columbus or Auburn or Opelika, and the job comes open where they live, and they say, well, I'd like to take that job because I'll be closer to home and closer to my family. And I wish we had more people in the area that live closer by that would come and apply for a job at Lanett. Maybe they would, they grew up here, maybe they would stay and they would teach a little longer. And that's what I think.
I think one of the things that will have to happen is for is pay, because a lot of teachers do not make that much money.
bring them to be the best they can be. To see what they're lacking in, to see how can we improve their skills, to technically teach our kids better. But for me, technically, they need the support, because we technically don't have teachers like we used to have back in the day. And the reason why I said was a lot of stipulations that took a lot of school where teachers can't teach the way they need to teach nowadays. So basically, I think the pay needs to be increased and the teachers need support.
Well, it's like every other profession. I think a lot of it goes to our culture. We as a society are not recognizing the teachers as we recognize our teachers as being authority and figures in our lives. The profession has not gotten as many people going into it as it did before. That creates a shortage. I'd like to see, I agree with you. I think pay needs to go up. If that ever came up in front of me, I think glad to give the teachers a raise. I think they deserve it. They, along with parents, they show most of the responsibility of development. Like by third and fourth grade, the kids are on the right path and they're in trouble. So paying and having more teachers is when we need to go. Also, maybe next time.
Hello, my name is Brady. Speaking as a current teacher, teacher burnout and lack of support in the classroom is definitely one thing that leads to teacher retention and turnover. So maybe creating a teacher advisory committee so the teachers feel like they have a say-so, and maybe taking that back to one of the members on the Board of Education. I feel like that would help also. Also, making sure that relevant professional developments are implemented. Because I can't tell you how many times I said professional development, and my coworkers and I go, what are they talking about? So making sure that we are getting, the teachers or educators are getting relevant professional development to help them in the classroom, to keep the kids engaged, to make sure that that rigor and relevance is there so we can increase our academic achievement. So that's where we will see the growth in the classroom, of course. Thank you.
Again, I'm Shemaya Morgan, and to me, and it's ironic because I've been discussing this and I've been researching, and I'm a big researcher, so it's just part of my nerd part of me. But the lack of support and lack of respect. When I was in school, respect, it was demanded. I had to respect my teachers like I respected my parents. It wasn't an option. And now we have an option. We didn't have that option. So if we show them that we have their backs, no matter what it is, then it works. So that lack of support, as she said, the wages, the respect, and if we want them to remain here, we have to give them something to want to be here for. It can't just be a job to them. And a lot of them see that as a job is not real. It's not important enough to want to stay. So make them want to be here. Love them like they are ours. Because if we are the man, treat them like they're on the man. And that's it.
There's a problem all over the United States and everywhere, like teachers. Teachers my age, they're going home. And the younger teachers, they're not staying in the classroom for what we put up with. So you have to come up with a method to make it attractive. Student, go back to giving them a student aid, or a teacher aid, someone to help them with small groups. Also, help them with the discipline. Discipline is something that now that these younger teachers are not putting up with. Also, the paperwork that you have to finish. You can't get it done. Make it that way you can get it done in a day where you don't have to take it home. Also, come up with a way to give incentives, raises. I know raises can most are only can come from the state of Alabama, but maybe there's some type of resources that we can secure to give our teachers, and then pay for them to get advanced degrees. That will help them to get more money. Thank you.
Again, it's the same old song. Shortage of teachers is everywhere. At Lanett, we look for teachers and we get great teachers. We have a very, very good training program where we train teachers for professional development. But when you got Auburn University, Point University, LaGrange College, you got husbands and wives that are there going to school. One is finished and the other one is in school. They come to us, they do their 3 years, they get the best professional development, and then when they are asked to go somewhere else, they got a very good record, they're gone. And what we have to do, along with the state and the city, is to try to form programs that we can have to help keep our students, keep our teachers and parents. When I was in school a long time ago, parents, if a teacher calls your parent, you in trouble. Now, if a teacher,
Lanett, you're a school board candidate. So now we're going to bring our mayor candidates up, and I just please request that you silence your devices.
Have a seat in front of your name, your name. I did not. I need to keep y'all kind of together for the post question. That's right, me and you go.
I'm going to ask, as they answer questions, please, audience, do not respond and do not clap until the end. Thank you.
Okay, just a reminder again, time limits will be enforced, equal treatment for each candidate as they make their response. Stay on topic, no campaigning, no interruptions. Audience, if you will please just kind of hold your applause to the end. So same thing, we will go through each candidate and allow 1 minute introduction, and then we will move into the questions.
Hello, my name is Harry Walker Sr. I'm the candidate for the mayor. I'm not running against anybody. I'm running for the office. I want to be your solution candidate. I want us to be united, that we can win, so I can go graduated in the top 10 of their class. Some with honors, some with choice, some at Columbus State, and I'm a graduate of the historic Selma University of Selma, Alabama, for Bible theology, associate degree, and BA degree in pastoral ministry. And also I have classes that attended at Selma University that helped me reach those goals at Selma University that saved me many miles. And I am a no-nonsense candidate.
Hello, how everybody doing? My name is Tony Malone. I serve on the city council and I'm a candidate for mayor. I want to be your mayor. I have a plan and I'm willing to execute that plan. I have been an advocate for public black and white for over 35 years. I have served on the city council for a number of years. I know what it takes and I do have a plan. I ask for your present support. I do want to be your mayor. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Hurd, President serving as Mayor of the City of Lanett. I grew up in Lanett. I lived in Lanett all my life. Lived on the same street, just in a different house. I went to Lanett High School, got my BS degree from Auburn University. Then got my master's degree in education and certification in administration from Troy University. I asked for your support. When I first took office, I gave my number out. I received calls from citizens from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock the next morning. My number is down. Anybody call me, I've always been there. I've gone to houses and picked up trash. I've gone to houses and talked to citizens. So again, I ask you to support me. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Roger Ross, and I'm a candidate for mayor. I'm a newbie to the candidate for mayor of this, but I'm a lifelong citizen of Lanett. I have 2 adult children. I'm a representative of this area because Lanett is my home. I've seen too many changes in the last few years, specifically in the wrong direction. So I wanted to say, hey, it's time to get off the couch and be about Lanett. If you truly love Lanett, I hope you take the time. I'm running on a platform of accountability. I want to make Lanett an accountable place for what we do in the citizens, what we do with the citizens and for the citizens from Lanett, Alabama. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Eric Woody. I've been married to Linda Woody for the last 29 years. We have 5 grown kids. We have 8 grandkids. I want to serve as your mayor of Lanett because I have a compassion for the city and for the people of Lanett. I want Lanett to benefit our people instead of us always having to benefit Lanett. I want Lanett to be run by his people, by me and your representative. I don't have a master's degree. I don't have a BA. But I have been born again, and I do serve the pastor that gave out all these master's degrees. Thank you.
Is there a representative for Mr. Dobbs for the intro only? Okay, if not, moving forward. So we will move into the questions for the mayor candidates. I'm going to start on this end. What are your top 3 priorities for the city of Lanett? Briefly, explain how you will plan to go about achieving them.
The biggest thing for me is the utility. And for what I'm concerned right now is if I can get elected as the mayor, is at least set up some type of budget plan for our senior citizen that's on a fixed income until we can find a way to come up with a better rate for our utility. Not only that, I think our youth they all over the place, and a lot of us think that all you can do is just tell the kids, do this and do that, it's gonna work. But they need somebody that have been there just like they have, who understand what they're going through. And I have been there. A lot of you know me, a lot of you know my past. I want to get the youth back involved. I also want to get involved between our police department and our youth because the youth is still the police is still the youth. I want to set up a forum so we can get those interacting with each other. And that would be one of my main goals, and of course the infrastructure, our roads and all.
as it's always placed.
Just a reminder to the candidates to just repeat your name for the audience that cannot see your name temporarily not know you.
Again, my name is Rodney Ross. I have 3 principles that we engage in. The business aspect of it is the first part. We have to bring new businesses back to the net. Businesses meaning jobs. We want people coming to the area. Second are the utilities. The utilities are prices in that area. It affects every household. And so that's why I wanted to make sure that utilities were attached to my platform. Last but not least, definitely infrastructure. Infrastructure, we come down, my wife and I was walking down one road and it hadn't changed in 40 years. I walked down the same road, the same potholes, the same crevices. Nearly tore my car apart when we drove up and coming home from school as a teenager, those same roads were still the same. We want to take Lanett to a new direction. What I mean, take a chance on somebody that really loves Lanett, somebody that really cares for Lanett, somebody that's going to step up and listen to the people of Lanett. When I mean listen.
I had to go home, I failed to recognize my wife is here. My 3 goals, do away with dilapidated houses, continue to pave streets, recruit businesses, and also to have a city manager. When I first took office, I asked the council members to give me a list of streets in that district, break them from top to the bottom. I only got a list from one of the council members, because Ms. Kappa was not there at the time. We have paved 7 streets since I've been in office, over 20 streets. I have tried to pave streets in every district that I'm in. I have not focused on one district because I'm there for everybody. So every district needs to be represented. Dilapidated houses, we have torn down.
Tony Malone, 3 things that I want to focus on when I become the mayor. The first thing is our infrastructure. Number 2 is developing a river walk. And number 3 is utilities. Utilities is very important to me. When I first took office many years ago, I established a senior citizen discount for our senior citizens. There is ways that we can lower utilities, but we need more retail. And with me developing this river walk, we can bring in more retail. And I do believe that once we come together, we can make Lanett a better place. Lanett is not a bad place. We provide people good water, police protection, fire protection. We have a good street department. And so we just need some more energy that can make our life a little bit better. Elect me as a new mayor, and I will bring a better change to the city. Thank you.
Again, my name is Stanley Ross. I think I did introduce you, Senator Lanett, for 7 years. When I said that I want to be your solution man, here's the solutions. To bring villages back to the city, we will take our garbage back. Our garbage would, in the first year, cost us, and will be paid for by you with the $22 that you are paying right now. I will take that money and buy garbage truck, garbage can, bills, and then we'll bill our trash and sell it back. And then that revenue will start coming to us after the first year. And it's excess about $1.2 million to $1.5 million a year, which we would decrease the utilities with that. And plus, on top of that, what we can do, we can also buy utility in reserve. Buy the cheapest part of the year and reserve it for the highest peak of the season. Then we can tell AMDA, which we are a member of, when we want that utility. That's the utility. And part of the infrastructure here, we can throw all the asphalt we want on top of it. I didn't give it one.
Okay, our next question, I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Ross, not to point at you, and we'll move that way, and then Mr. Ross will start here, and we'll move that way, and then. Question number 2, adequate affordable housing in Lanett is a problem. Removing dilapidated housing, absentee landlords is also a serious problem in parts of our community.
What is your approach to addressing this situation?
That's an easy one, please. Accountability. Accountability from the mayor's office to every councilman's table, each individual home. If you take a look at from an accountable aspect of it, it's accountability is what is accountability? Accountable is doing what you say you're going to do. And then being accountable for when somebody comes back and asks you if you're able to do it, what happened? If you're not able to do it, what happened? And be able to stand and explain why you did those things. Excuse me. I'm nervous. But if you want a candidate that's going to stand up for Lanett, even in my nervousness, stand up for Lanett and saying, hey, Lanett has to be the first priority. Each and every home, each and every citizen for Lanett, holding each other accountable, not only the mayor and the council, but each individual citizen being held accountable for their own safe space. Thank you.
As I said earlier, dilapidated housing is one of my top priorities. We have torn down many houses that we have more to tear down. Matter of fact, I think we tore down 2 today. So we are in the process of doing. We do have homes that needs repairs. I work with this group. They got a USDA grant. I've had 6 hours approved. We just waited for the contractor to start working on those houses. Also, with Brownswell, right by Washington, the Lanett had 100 houses that could be repaired. I turned it in, it was okay during President Biden administration, but once our President now took over, he put a freeze on those funds. So that's where we are now. But we do have 6 houses that should be
holding the homeowner accountable. Because we have a lot of homes in the city that are owned by maybe 1 or 2 people. And they're renting these out without them getting inspected. We have been aggressive lately, but hold the homeowners more accountable and be aggressive. That's all.
Pass this time. First and foremost, we might have to start looking at not adding in the bond market for financing. We might have to do a line item credit if we want to address these issues quickly. As far as we are not a broke city, we have assets. So we get a line item credit for $25 million. Then we go in, we fix the road, fix the housing, do mixed housing, and invest in ourselves. Self-reliance, what we need to do. Invest in ourselves. We don't look good unless we fix ourselves up. So we can build a housing that keep teachers here, give them incentives to stay here, have somewhere for them to stay, and then we can give them incentives to help our school system. And then thirdly, on that housing, mixed housing is very important. We got to have help from the Chambers County Commissioner, Chambers County Development Authority. They invest everywhere else. Why not on that? We're contributing money as well as everybody else. So stop looking down on the net. I want to pick our head up. I'm your solution candidate for mayor, and I'm going to have the solution for you. Thank you.
Again, my name is Eric Woody. With the housing, I think that, like Mr. Ross was saying, we got to hold each other accountable. And also our code inspectors and all, we got to go out and put pressure on these people with these overgrown properties, with these rundown properties. Either they gonna get them fixed up, or we gonna do away with them, or we gonna find some kind of way that we can take over the city and be a better housing for our citizens. So I mean, like I said, accountability is a big thing. We got to push our code inspector. We got to push whoever his job it is to make sure that these jobs are getting done. When we decide that we try to represent the people, we got to represent the people in all aspects. But it means stepping on toes, but it means even stumping your own toes. We got to hold ourselves and each other accountable.
Okay, next question we will begin with you, Mr. Hurley, go that way. What are your economic development priorities for Lanett? What industries, when, and where?
Okay, as I said, that's one of my top priorities to get businesses in here. It's all keep in mind the mayor that have any control in the council, and the councils decide on the money, they control that. And, we've had businesses trying to come in, but because, not working with, some of the council members not in agreement with it, the businesses chose to go somewhere else. I think we need, a nice family restaurant here. We need nice shopping area. We need a mall here. There's several things we need. But in order to get anything, the mayor and the council got to work together.
Tony, on land acquisition. My plan, my goal is to, behind Guthrie. Guthrie in Plant City is our future. We got land there that's adjacent to 85 from the river. Once we develop the river as a river walk, turn the old Lanett Mill parking lot into retail development, and take the Kroger block, turn that into retail, commercial, from Guthrie all the way back to Plant City. Develop that land, and there's 100 acres of land that's going to be for sale real soon. That's on the river. I think all the land that we can buy for purpose is good for us. But my plan would be to develop the channel of the river, start with West Point. They have already started there. We will pick up at West Point and come all the way down and end up by Guthrie. Is the future plan. But that is we must build it first. Once you build it, it will come. I served on the IDA board for over 14 years, so I know what it takes to manage industry. Thank you.
Again, we just missed a perfect opportunity. There was 160 acres of land that was on sale outside of the West Shawnee area. This mayor and council failed to acquire that land. That's the land that we need to help deal this community, get it ready for industry to come in. My plan, and again, a solution to that is that acquisition should have been made when we were ready. Okay, from that point, we go to the point of requiring going out, getting these businesses. We know what we need, let's go do it. And all we gotta do is, like I said, we gotta find the money in this city, and that's gonna come from a line item of credit of some millions of dollars. We can't be talking about hundreds of thousands, we gotta have millions of dollars to rebuild this city. And the solution is, we might need to come out of the bond issue and go into line item of credit so that we will have the necessary funds to do whatever we need in this city. We don't look good unless we invest in ourselves. And that's why I'm saying we're going to unite the city to get it done.
Mr. Woody?
Again, my name is Eric Woody. I think we gotta offer some business, some incentives who wanna come to the city of Lanett. I mean, the mayor said we got the land at the old mill, I saw around on Park Day, to Phillip Road. I think that maybe, come out look at it like, we're the head, the Lanett, and say, Valley and West Point of the hill. They'll grow, we'll decline. We might need to talk to some of them about the thing that they're doing. Maybe we need to offer up the land and like Kill, like West Point did with Kill, offer them the land, let them build and then let's generate our funds for them. You gotta offer somebody something nowadays in order to get something. Sometimes to get the things you never had, you have to do the things you never done. You can't keep on doing the same old thing and expecting a different outcome.
Good evening again, Rodney Watson. I'm a business planner by trade. I've been a business planner for the last 25 years. The future for Lanett is working with the development authorities. The development authorities in this area to bring business to this local area. We've got to get in lockstep with these organizations to make sure that when these opportunities come to our neighboring cities like West Point, Valley, we have to grab a hold to that also and be just and show that we are just as critical and just as important as the surrounding cities. I work in LaGrange, a city that I see that's growing by leaps and bounds. We are only 15 minutes from LaGrange. There's some of those residual businesses that take off that we can actually pick up as just saying that, hey, we've got that same interstate access. We got 2 exits that we can offer with all the land surrounding those exits that alluded to by some of the other mayoral candidates. But forecasting, looking forward to the future, making sure the net is involved in that future.
Okay, the next question, we will begin with you, Mr. Malone. Go that way and then come back to us.
What methods of communication will you use to increase
we would do on our website, we would notify citizens about different things going on in the city through our website. Website and workshops and having town hall meetings.
Right now, everything is done on social media. That's gonna be very important. But just like we're here tonight, we don't have to have you meet regularly to hear from you so that you can come and meet us personally. Now, my thing is when we unite this council, when they come on board, as your mayor, I will be delegating authority to them to help get these things done. And then if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, that raise that they just voted in, we can rescind it. You gotta work, everybody in here that works for the raises, they have to work for it. So we're just not gonna come together on a Monday night and go, and go home. You gotta go to work. And so these meetings that we're having right now, we shall have them on a monthly basis when I become your next mayor. So I can hear your problem and give you solutions. When I hear your problem, we know what the problems are, and then I hear what you want me to do. And then we can put them in effect to make sure that we're doing what the peoples of Lanett need and want to do. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, I think we need to have these meetings, but also, I said in some of my brochures and some of my campaign that I want to be a people mayor, all the time mayor. I think that we need to get out in the street, the mayor needs to get out sometime, even with the officers, and let's introduce those officers to the community that you know, to some of the people, so they'll become aware, so they'll become more, how do you like it? They'll become more understanding, understand what the police job is, the police understand where these people are coming from, and then they can see and we can interact as one whole complete city, we can be unified. Then everybody won't be so scared, we won't be so tight, and we're able to go talk to each other, we're able to solve some crime, we're able to make it safe for our citizens.
Good evening again. Togetherness is the approach that we have to take. We have to take, I look at all the candidates we have, you see that the city must be in trouble because we have so many candidates. But at the end of the day, we have to come back together as one city and making sure we take those different ideas from the different candidates and bring them to one place so the city of Lanett can reap the benefits of all the intelligence, all the strength that we have at this table. We want to make sure that we bring those council members together, those council members and the mayor, one, with the citizens of Lanett, to make sure that Lanett is a beacon for the future. Not just a beacon for the older community or the younger community, the white community or the black community, but each and every citizen in the United States.
Jimmy Hurd, Mayor, if you can remember, last year we had district meetings. I met with every district at this event center. Other ways to communicate. We have work sessions. We have Facebook. We've already monitored that at City Hall. We put announcements up there when citizens come to pay their utilities. They can read those announcements. There's many ways we can do brochures. I'm at the office every day. You're welcome to come down. I have open door policy. You're welcome to come down. And we sit down and discuss anything you want to. I can truly say that as not one person in the day called me and I didn't respond. And I will continue to do that. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Henry Mendoza, who did not start off first. Okay, great. This next question will serve as your 1 minute closing statement for the community.
Good luck with that.
1 minute.
Closing statement.
Hold on, that's the question. What would you bring to this job that the other candidates would not?
First of all, I'm the only certified elected municipal officer in this city. I've gone through all the training that it takes, and I served on the Alabama Legislative Committee where we sent bills and ordinances to the legislation in the Senate for passage, such as mental health. I am no certified leader. I am no solution leader. I'm going to bring it. They talk about open door policy. I don't need a door. You know, I'm always in the community. I have been there for the past 50 years, serving as mentors to children, starting all kinds of programs. I'm the only candidate here that had recreation on both sides of the city. All done by volunteer, no cost to the city. That went away when I left office. I served 8 years on the council. I served you on the state level as well as on the local level. I bring that experience to you because I know what it takes to fix this city.
I have a plan. I have a plan that will work. I have a plan that will attract the retail and commercial. I'm the only person up here that has served on the Industrial Development Authority. I know what it takes to bring in retail, industry, and to make our city grow. Give me a chance. I've been around for a long time. I have helped a lot of people, and now I want to help my city. Thank you.
Gender Hurd, gathering experience, gathering education, gathering dependability, gathering communication. I'm going to be your mayor. I'm willing. I am very involved in the community, so, you know, I'm very involved. I'm always out there. So I bring what you need, and that's someone that will not tell you what you want to hear, but tell you the truth. I will not make you promises that I know can be fulfilled. Thank you.
This is the easy question for me. Integrity. Integrity is what I bring to the table. I might be nervous or seem to be nervous. I'm a little bit out of my element. But what I bring to you is genuine character. When you come to me and talk to Rod Ross, you are talking to Rod Ross. You're not talking to my wife or my kids. You're talking to somebody that represents Lanett, Alabama. If you bring an issue to me, you will be heard. If you bring an issue to me, you'll be received. And then that will reciprocate back into the community in the best way that I know how. Integrity meaning doing what you say you're going to do. And then when somebody comes with you with a question, you give them the honest truth. Hey, we can do it right now. We can't do it, or we'll work on it, and we'll do that together.
All I can tell you, I bring love for the city. I was raised by my grandparents, so I bring love for the elderly people. Love for the young people because I was one of them. I was out in the street. I bring love for the city in general. I was there for 2018 telling all the other candidates said that they did this because they bring all this to school. They tell us we're going to put away the old thing. We're going to do a new thing. But it's time to do a new thing. I mean, hey, sometimes good things got to fall apart for some better to come together. That's all I tell you. Bring in love and compassion for the citizens of this city, for this city, so it be a city that support our citizens. And that we want to bring our citizens up to standard, bring our city up to standard, then we can truly say we are one of Lanett. Thank you.
All right, Lanett, your mayoral candidate. I was just asking again if all our candidates would just kind of stand up.
We gotta get some photos.
Okay.
All of them.
Go ahead, Sandra. There's one more opportunity, candidates.
Stand up, one at a time. Everybody else sit down.
So, Sandra, can you let us know what, can you, we know that local elections matter. We know it's getting late in the evening, but our Advocates for Social Justice Committee Chairman would like just to give a 1-minute opportunity, if you have to leave, if that's understandable, for the candidates to just give their 1 minute ringer if desired.
So we're gonna start with the school board. I think we captured it with the mayors with the last question. Okay. So the school boards, we can bring the mics to you actually, that may be logistically better. You would just please state your name, district.
My name is Gail Holly. I'm your school board member for District 5. I want you to know that I bring 21 years experience to the school board. I have gone through everything that the Alabama Association of School Boards requires for you to do. As of last December, I was given the honor of Master's Honor Roll. That's the highest you can get other than the award Ms. Quinn Harris got. That meant that you have worked real hard, you have done everything you're supposed to do. And I also have a love for the school system because I grew up here. I'm a Panther through and through, and so is my family. I want to be the one to bring your concerns to the school board. Thank you.
In our neighborhood to fix the bikes and also teach some of them, and I look forward to doing that some more, and look forward to helping the children.
Again, I'm Lynn Harris Brooks. I serve as president of the board. And as we prepare our students to live, learn, and lead for the city of Lanett City Schools, our schools are located on Academic Boulevard and Championship High. We will be one of the first schools in this area to get a turf football field for the safety of our athletes. That's a great, great, great milestone. So again, I ask for your vote and support as we move our city school forward.
Hi, my name is Johnny Wood, District 3. I've been on the school board for the past year. There's a reason I was appointed by the current school board. I've worked for the city for the past 28 years, and the work that I do there reflects upon the work that they needed done at the school board. A lot of the ordinances and things that got passed in the city, I wrote on most of the grants that come through and required stuff. So I was able to come in and talk with the superintendent and work with her if any grants was needed and bounce off law enforcement stuff for the schools and school safety. I was the one to talk to. Matter of fact, we just implemented the school safety plan, of which just today, part of that I've been involved in for years. I look for your support. I hope you'll trust in me and send me back in for District 3.
Hey again, my name is Ryan Seymour. It's time for us to have a change in the school system. You can't keep on going to the school system with old habits, we need new habits. And also we need people that have fresh ideas, a new vision for the community, and basically need people to not sit behind the desk. We need people out in the community to see what's going on. So technically, I'm gonna be out in the community versus sitting behind the desk, because technically Lanett does need to change within the school district.
Myron Sears, District 2. I solicit your vote and your support. I am the person for the job. I've already been trained. I'm being trained, and I've been over 30 years of educational experience. Thank you.
Hi again, I'm Shemayla Morgan. I'm running for District 2, and I'm just a community-driven catalyst for change. And I believe that spark has to start somewhere. Why not start with me? And if it starts with me, then I can promise you that it might not always be easy, but it will happen. And it happens whether it's me or my counterpart, it still is going to happen. So we just have to believe that our youth are our future, and we have to believe and give them something to look forward to.
Hello, I'm Leilani Rudd, District 3 candidate for school board, and I want your vote. As an educator, I feel like I bring a new perspective, and being on the front lines of education every day gives me new insight. With this ever-changing world of education with these kids, from AI to everything that we did not use a long time ago. So I feel like that gives me a great insight where the student, of course, is concerned. So this, I feel, is in my wheelhouse. So I, of course, love any new opportunity to learn something new and to perfect that, of course. I'm a team player, and I'm just ready to get in and make an impact. So August 26th, vote Leilani Rudd. Thank you.
School board members? Council.
Again, Jarquez McCullough, candidate District 3 City Council. Looking to leverage my leadership experience and bring that to the community, and again, get Lanett back to where it used to be. You know, I see the same issues that everyone else sees, the roads and the housing need upgrading and things like that. So looking forward to working with the council and the mayor and try to bring some new ideas, some fresh ideas, and move Lanett forward.
Charles Bagley, I'm candidate for Lanett City Council District 4. Before I get started, I recognize my wife. I didn't do this, so I know everybody that got to go home. I got to go home too. So that's my wife over there. But I am currently serving the community in the capacity working with the Planning Commission. I continue to do that, working with the Restoration Committee as well. Doing things here this is not a new thing for me, just a new seat. I'm still here with the same thought process, same ideology to get things done to help the city grow from an industrial standpoint, from infrastructure, from industrial, commercial, and residential, helping to develop safer communities, and also developing some green spaces that candidate Malone talked about with the Riverfront Park. All those things are things that I worked on as part of the Planning Commission, writing a comprehensive plan for the city. All these things are things that I have done and I'm currently doing, and I will continue to do if elected and when elected. Thank you.
Come here.
Again, my name is Roger Arthur. I'm the candidate for District 1, lifelong resident of Lanett, graduated from Lanett High School. My grandmother raised me up the street, member of the same church you guys sitting in now. I do want to vote too on August 26th, and I'm just here to help. My grandmother used to always tell me this, and I'll never forget this. If the rain doesn't last always, eventually you're going to get to the sunshine. But at the same time, you got to get out the rain too, so I'm just here to help us get out the rain and get into the sunshine.
I'm Brad Lynn, running for District 3, City Council. Again, my priorities are safety and protection of our citizens is number one. Our prosperity, bring more businesses into Lanett, and so that Lanett can grow and the people can prosper. And then third is our youth development. And I bring years of experience in the Air Force, leadership experience, and I want to now serve the citizens of Lanett. Thank you.
I am Angela Thomas, Councilwoman, District 4 in Lanett, and I have been on the council for 9 years and would like to be on there for another 4 years. I'm just going to be honest with you all. It all sounds easy till you get in the position. And so, those days that we're there on the council, it's a lot of things that you don't know until you get in that position. We're trying to move Lanett forward as well. I think everybody that's in this building, including the ones that are running and including the ones that are there, we are all trying to make Lanett beautiful again. And so that's all our plan. So again, we're working on updating our ordinances. We're looking at accountability. We're looking at enforcement. We need to enforce these things. And we're also looking so we can get compliance. So we're trying to do these things. Again, I'm not going to say your pipe dream. I'm just going to be me. If you come to me and you need something, I'm going to answer it. And if I can't answer it, I'm going to try to get it done. And if I can't, we'll keep working.
Kim Roberts, running for District Number 5 City Council. I'm excited to be able to get back into our community full time. Now that being retired, after working with the Fuller Center, building new homes, remodeling new homes, working with our seniors and just families, now to know that I can do it full time, to be out in Lanett to help change Lanett, that's exciting. I need your vote, August the 26th, Kim Roberts.
I'm Sherry Potts, candidate for District 2, Lanett City Council. There's a scripture that says, where there is no vision, the people perish. I want to make sure that as your city council person that I prevent the perishing of the city of Lanett, Alabama. And therefore, I want to be a voice for the citizens of District 2 and for the citizens of Lanett, Alabama. I need your vote, and I solicit your prayers and your support as you come to the polls on August 26th. Vote Sherry Potts, a voice for the people.
My name is Ronnie Tucker. I'm running for District 3. I've been listening to everybody else saying what they want to do and what they can do. But as you probably don't know, being a councilor, you only have one vote, and that's it. You can't bring no businesses here. You can't change no infrastructure. It has to be a team effort. You have to get with the mayor. You have to have a good working relationship with the mayor. And my thing is that I think what this city needs now is a city manager. We don't try it too long without one. We need a city manager, somebody with government experience that's gonna go out and in the circle. Somebody that we know that's in the circle that's gonna mingle with the people that we need mingling with. And right now, we keep saying, yeah, we're gonna bring business to the city. We can't do it. One person cannot do it. It has to be a group effort, and you don't have to have that city manager. And one other thing too, I know I got to go home too. I didn't mention my wife, but I didn't mention my son. He's a senior at Lanett High. He just got inducted into the Honor Society. So, Lanett, keep doing what you're doing.
My name is Kenneth Smith. I'm running for District 4. I would love to see all the things that everybody talked about come to fruition. We really need it. We really need these things. We need someone to really contact the people, because so often, this is what I hear all the time. I really be around the people, and they feel left out by all your districts, all our districts. All of us. A lot of it's their fault. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't believe, it's not in the land, it's in the country. We got a lot of issues, crime, mental issues. People are walking around lost, looking for a way. And we got to find that way. We got to find that way, and they got to find us. And let's get it together.
Tony Martin, District 5. Performing and growing. Good, better, best. Tony Martin will not rest till the neck is the best.
Hi, I am Lucretia Hooper-Woody, and I am running for City Council in District 2. I'm going to tell you some things that I've already done. I'm really going to speak to District 2 members. Now, what I've done already, each of you probably have our health bill. This is going to be after the election because I've already been working for you. I discovered that we needed resources. So we're putting a plan together in September the 20th. So I hope everyone here, if it's for everyone, comes out for that. I've been working with the Small Business Development Center of Alabama. And we will have small business support training at Cal's Place in District 2. We're here to help economic growth. I have a plan for affordable housing. I know everyone says, hey, we can't, it's going to be hard to do that. Hey, but if we work together, we can get it done. I do have a plan for that. I have a plan for working with the seniors in our area. I have a plan for the children. So I have a plan.
Thank you again. I'm Erica Williams, and I'm representing Christina Story in her absence. Chrissy loves the city of Lanett. If you know her, you know that she loves the city of Lanett. She loves the elderly. She loves the children. And she has been working for a very long time. It is her goal and her desire to work at a more official and formal level. So on August 26th, we ask for your vote for Christina Story, District 2.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming out. Again, we know that local elections matter so much. So I see that it's important to our organization, also important to the community. So we want to certainly thank our candidates just for the wherewithal to even run for public office in the community. It's kind of like educators, the pay is not what it should be, but just that the number of candidates is an indication that there's a lot of interest in the community here, and everybody is working towards making it better. So thanks again to our candidates, to the community, to the supporters, to our organization, Advocate for Social Justice, where election, voting, mobilization, all of that falls under. Doesn't matter who you vote, what matters is that you vote. So for this community, August 26th is a big day for the community. So we will continue as an organization to work to mobilize, to get folks to the polls, to get folks registered. So again, thank you. And I'm going to hand it off to our committee chairman here, Ms. Sandra Thorne, to kind of close us out for tonight, and then we'll let everyone go.
Thank you to our moderator. I think she did an awesome job. Also to our partner, lady, to a member of Lambda Zeta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. Also, let's continue to stay engaged, informed, and involved. Please remember to vote and encourage others to do the same. Remember that one vote can make all the difference in the world. Also, thank you to Pilgrim Baptist Church, Dr. Lanett, for stepping outside of the walls of this building and supporting the community. This is important. I'm going to tell you, when one door closed, there's always a Pilgrim Baptist Church that'll open their door. This concludes our forum. Have a wonderful evening.